Forget everything you think you know about the Hashira's power levels. This video isn't just a breakdown, it's a deep dive into their hidden depths, their backstories, their unique breathing techniques, and the truth about what really sets them apart as the Demon Slayer Corps' most formidable warriors. By the end, you'll not only know who the strongest Hashira truly is, but you might be shocked at who ranks lower than you imagined. So, let's begin. Rank 9, Shinobu Kocho. Shinobu is the insect Hashira, and her story begins with tragedy. When she was young, her parents were brutally killed by demons. She and her older sister, Kane, were saved by a Hashira and vowed to become demon slayers themselves. But fate was cruel. Kane, the gentle and kind flower Hashira, was later slain by Upper Moon 2, Doma. Shinobu carried her sister's dying wish to create a world where humans and demons could live together peacefully. But inside, Shinobu's heart burned with rage. Unlike her sister, she could never forgive demons. She masked her hatred with a calm smile, hiding deep pain beneath her cheerful demeanor. Shinobu is unique among the Hashira. She lacks the physical strength to decapitate a demon's head, something most demon slayers must do. But instead of seeing weakness, Shinobu turned it into her greatest strength. She created insect breathing, derived from flower breathing. Instead of brute force, she uses unparalleled speed, agility, and medical expertise. Her sword is unlike any other, slender, needle-like, and designed to pierce flesh rather than cut. With it, she injects wisteria-based poison, capable of killing demons from the inside out. She is also a master of precision strikes, able to hit organs with flawless accuracy, overwhelming opponents before they realize it. Her crowning moment came against Doma, the very demon who killed her sister. Though physically weaker, she fought without hesitation, sacrificing her body, allowing herself to be consumed, and lacing her blood with enough poison to weaken Doma fatally. That selfless act gave her allies the opening to defeat one of Muzan's most powerful lieutenants. Her courage, intelligence, and poison make her deadly, but compared to the raw strength of her peers, she ranks lowest in combat power. Still, Shinobu proves that brains and sacrifice can rival brawn. Rank 8, Tengen Uzui. Flamboyant, flashy, fearless. Tengen Uzui, the sound Hashira, is as larger than life as his personality. Born into a brutal shinobi clan, Tengen's childhood was marked by ruthless training. Out of his 9 siblings, only 2 survived, and even then, most lost their humanity. Disgusted by his clan's cold philosophy, Tengen rejected their path. He sought a life of freedom, one where he could protect instead of destroy. He became a demon slayer and found joy in his role. Unlike many others, Tengen does not walk this path alone. He has 3 wives, Makio, Suma, and Hinetsuru, whom he cherishes deeply, making him one of the most unique and caring Hashira. Tengen wields sound breathing, his personal adaptation of thunder breathing. Using his heightened hearing, he analyzes battle like music, turning enemy attacks into rhythmic scores he can read and counter. Armed with 2 massive Nichiren cleavers, chained together, his attacks are explosive and devastating. His shinobi training grants him stealth, agility, and resistance to poison. Combined with his raw strength, he is a spectacle of overwhelming force. Tengen's defining moment came in the Entertainment District arc, when he faced Upper Moon 6, Jutaro and Daki. Even poisoned, injured, and outnumbered, Tengen refused to fall. With Tanjiro's group fighting by his side, Tengen unleashed everything he had, sacrificing his eye, his arm, and nearly his life to achieve victory. Tengen is undeniably powerful and durable, but compared to the higher Hashira, his strength has limits. His flamboyance hides a man willing to give everything, but when ranked among the elite, he sits at number 8. Rank 7, Kyojuro Rengoku. Background. Few Hashira embody the spirit of the Demon Slayer Corps like Kyojuro Rengoku, the Flame Hashira. Born into a prestigious family of Flame Hashira, Rengoku was raised under strict expectations. His father, once a proud Flame Hashira, fell into despair and alcoholism after his wife's death. That left Kyojuro to carry the flame of their family's legacy. Before her death, his mother gave him words he lived by. Those who are born strong must protect the weak. And Rengoku held that vow in his heart until his final breath. Despite family struggles, he grew into a man of honor, passion, and kindness. Always smiling, always encouraging, Rengoku was the flame that inspired others even in the darkest battles. Rengoku wields flame breathing, a style known for explosive power, speed, and devastating offense. His mastery of flame techniques allows him to overwhelm opponents while defending allies. His endurance is remarkable, and his willpower unbreakable. Rengoku's legend was cemented in the Mugen Train arc. When Upper Moon 3, Akaza, appeared, Rengoku stood alone between the demon and hundreds of innocent passengers. Despite suffering fatal wounds, he fought on with blazing spirit, holding Akaza in place until sunrise, forcing him to retreat. Akaza himself acknowledged Rengoku's strength, admitting he was close to the peak of Hashira power. Rengoku's bravery and raw flame power were unmatched, but his limited techniques and reliance on offense placed him just below the most versatile Hashira. Still, his legacy lives as one of the Corps' brightest lights. Rank 6, Mitsuri Kanroji. Mitsuri Kanroji, the Love Hashira, is one of the most unique figures in the Corps. From birth, she was different. Mitsuri was born with muscles 8 times denser than a normal human. Even as a child, she could lift massive weights and eat enormous amounts of food to fuel her strange physiology. At first, she saw this as a curse. Her abnormal strength made her feel like a freak. She once tried to hide her true self, dyeing her hair black and eating less to appear normal. She feared that no one would ever accept her. But when she joined the Demon Slayer Corps, Mitsuri's uniqueness became her gift. Her strength, her kind heart, and her cheerful spirit lit up those around her. And in the Corps, she found a place where her power had purpose, protecting humanity. Mitsuri created love breathing, derived from flame breathing. Her weapon is unlike any other Hashira's, a whip-like Nichiren sword, long and flexible, perfectly suited to her agility and abnormal muscle density. Her attacks are elegant yet devastating, like a ribbon cutting through air, unpredictable and fast. Combined with her incredible flexibility and raw muscle power, Mitsuri can strike from impossible angles and overpower demons with her physical might. Mitsuri shined during the Swordsmith Village arc, where she stood against Upper Moon Force clones. Despite overwhelming odds, her stamina and heart allowed her to keep fighting. Later, she battled Muzan himself, unleashing her strength even after sustaining injuries. Her resilience and bravery were undeniable. Mitsuri's raw power is astounding, and her swordsmanship is unique. But compared to the most elite Hashira, she lacks the refined technique and ultimate durability to rank higher. Still, her strength and love make her an essential pillar in the Demon Slayer Corps. Rank 5, Obanai Iguro. The Serpent Hashira, Obanai Iguro, has one of the most tragic backstories among the Hashira. Born into a family that worshipped and served a powerful demon, Obanai was raised in darkness. From birth, he was destined to be a sacrifice, a child groomed to be devoured. Locked in a cell, he was raised with little light and almost no freedom, his family treating him as nothing more than an offering. But Obanai refused that fate. With his intelligence, courage, and burning hatred for demons, he escaped and found refuge in the Demon Slayer Corps. Though his childhood left him scarred, both physically, with his distinctive facial scars, and emotionally, with deep trust issues, Obanai turned that pain into purpose. Despite his cold, harsh exterior, he carries immense love for Mitsuri Kanroji, which gives him hope in humanity even in his darkest hours. Obanai wields serpent breathing, a unique style that mirrors the unpredictable, twisting movements of snakes. His blade itself is jagged and curved, designed to bend and writhe through the air like a serpent. What makes him even deadlier is his snake companion, Kaburamaru, who can read enemy movements and relay them to Obanai, giving him an almost precognitive awareness in battle. This allows him to dodge and counter with inhuman precision. Obanai's full might was revealed in the final battle against Muzan. Despite grievous injuries, he fought with unrelenting determination. His unpredictable strikes, coupled with Kaburamaru's assistance, made him one of the hardest Hashira to pin down. Alongside Mitsuri, he played a crucial role in pushing Muzan to his limits. Obanai's precision, unpredictability, and sheer willpower make him incredibly dangerous. While not as overwhelmingly strong as the top Hashira, his skill and unique advantages secure him a spot in the top 5. Rank 4, Muichiro Tokito. The mist Hashira, Muichiro Tokito is a prodigy beyond imagination. At just 14 years old, he became a Hashira, achieving mastery in only 2 months of training. But his talent came with tragedy. When he was young, Muichiro lost both his parents. His mother died of illness, and his father perished while seeking medicine in a storm. Muichiro and his twin brother, Yuichiro, were left alone. Yuichiro grew bitter and harsh, resenting Muichiro's kindness. But when demons attacked their home, Yuichiro gave his life to protect his younger brother. His final words were filled with love, a truth Muichiro Tokito only remembered later. The trauma clouded Muichiro's memories, leaving him cold and detached. But deep down, he carried the compassion of his family. As he regained his memories, he found balance, combining his genius with heart. Muichiro wields mist breathing, a style that emphasizes speed, misdirection, and confusion. His attacks obscure vision, disorienting enemies before delivering fatal strikes. But beyond technique, Muichiro carries something greater, the blood of the first breath of the sun users. This heritage grants him natural affinity and overwhelming potential. Muichiro's greatness was proven when he defeated Upper Moon 5, Gyako, single-handedly, something that shocked even the Demon Slayer Corps. Later, he joined the battle against Kokushibo, the Upper Moon one, displaying resilience and unmatched courage. Even Kokushibo acknowledged Muichiro's talent. At such a young age, Muichiro achieved feats that most Hashira never could. His speed, genius, and lineage make him one of the strongest, ranked just below the absolute elite. Rank 3, Giyu Tomioka. The stoic and reserved water Hashira, Giyu Tomioka, is one of the most important figures in the Demon Slayer story. It was Giyu who spared Tanjiro and Nezuko, setting the entire journey into motion. But behind his calm exterior lies a man burdened by survivor's guilt. When he was young, Giyu lost his older sister, Satako, who sacrificed herself to protect him from a demon. Later, during his Demon Slayer training, he lost his friend Sabito, who was cut down during the final selection while Giyu survived. Haunted by these losses, Giyu began to doubt his worth as a Hashira. Yet his sense of duty and loyalty kept him fighting. Giyu wields water breathing, one of the most versatile and balanced styles. But unlike most, Giyu perfected it to near absolute mastery. His techniques combine offense and defense seamlessly, flowing like water itself. His greatest innovation is the 11th form, Dead Calm. With this technique, Giyu can nullify incoming attacks with serene precision, turning chaotic battles into still waters where he dominates completely. Giyu proved his strength when he fought Akaza, the Upper Moon 3, alongside Tanjiro. Despite Akaza's monstrous power, Ju kept pace, blocking, countering, and standing tall against one of Muzan's strongest lieutenants. His unshakable composure in battle makes him one of the most reliable and formidable warriors in the Corps. Though not as ferocious as Sanemi or as powerful as Gyomei, Giyu's mastery of technique and mental resilience place him firmly in the top 3. Calm, disciplined, and unyielding, he is the water that shapes mountains. Rank 2, Sanemi Shinazugawa. Sanemi, the wind Hashira, is as wild and relentless as the storms he embodies. His life was scarred by tragedy, his family slaughtered by demons, leaving only him and his younger brother, Genya, alive. In a twist of cruelty, Sanemi was forced to kill his own mother, who had turned into a demon, to protect Genya. From that moment, Sanemi grew hard, violent, and uncompromising. He believed that only overwhelming strength could protect humanity. His harshness often masked the deep love he still had for his brother, though he rarely showed it in words. Sanemi wields wind breathing, a fierce and aggressive style known for explosive power and relentless offense. His movements are wild and unpredictable, like a storm tearing through the battlefield. Beyond technique, Sanemi's physical capabilities are extraordinary. His body is covered in scars from countless battles, proof of his resilience. He even possesses a rare trait: his blood is highly alluring to demons, making it dangerous for them to face him head-on. Sanemi's ferocity was unmatched in the battle against Kokushibo, the Upper Moon one. Alongside Gyomei, he fought Tokito with the strongest demon under Muzan. Even after suffering life-threatening injuries, Sanemi kept fighting, refusing to give in. His stamina, aggression, and refusal to back down made him a force even upper moons had to respect. Sanemi's raw durability, wild ferocity, and endless willpower place him at the very top of the Hashira, second only to the strongest. If Gyomei is a mountain, Sanemi is a raging storm that will not be silenced. Rank 1, Gyomei Himejima. At the very peak of the Hashira stands the stone Hashira, Gyomei Himejima. Despite being blind, Gyomei is revered as the strongest Hashira of his generation. But his story is one of sorrow and sacrifice. Before becoming a demon slayer, Gyomei lived as a caretaker at a temple, protecting orphan children. But tragedy struck when a demon infiltrated the temple. Despite his desperate efforts to protect them, almost every child was slaughtered except one, who betrayed him by lying to the villagers and claiming Gyomei had killed them himself. Condemned and sentenced to death, Gyomei's life was saved when Kagaya Ubuyoshiki, the core leader, recognized his innocence and immense potential. From then on, Gyomei pledged his life to the Demon Slayer Corps. Gyomei wields stone breathing, and unlike most who use swords, he fights with a massive axe connected by a flail, a weapon perfectly suited to his towering strength. Even though blind, Gyomei's other senses are sharpened to superhuman levels. He can detect enemies with flawless precision, making his blindness a strength rather than a weakness. His sheer physical power dwarfs that of other Hashira, even demons acknowledged his overwhelming might. Combat strength. Gyomei's dominance was proven in the fight against Kokushibo, the Upper Moon one. He not only fought on equal footing with the strongest demon under Muzan, but even pushed him back with brute force and technique. Kokushibo admitted Gyomei's strength was greater than any Hashira he had faced in centuries. Gyomei is the peak of Hashira strength, a towering mountain of unbreakable will and unmatched combat power. If the core had a pillar that held the sky itself, it would be Gyomei. The Hashira are humanity's last hope against demons, and this channel is your last hope for never running out of anime hype. Make sure to like, subscribe, and smash the bell icon so you're always first to catch the next video. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.